Portia, what's happening?
Good evening.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good
Good
evening. So
evening.
what we gonna do? We gonna give everybody enough time to fall in. That way
Perfect.
we can get some interactions. I'm knocking down them houses on my Monopoly board. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all go to YouTube live right now. Like go there right now. YouTube, lupigllc. Meet me there, see me there. We want some interaction with y'all. We want to be able to talk to y'all and you know go back and forth. Just saying. And the though. Portia, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like a millionaire.
Period.
Period.
Amelia.
Period.
Period.
Hey, y'all go to YouTube live right now and Facebook live right now. We about to have an amazing interview with none other than Generational Wealth, aka Portia Graham. And I was saying, how you say Portia Nashelle?
Portia Nashelle.
Yeah, I was saying Nichelle at first. So
Mm-hmm.
hey, y'all better get on here, man, because she corrected me without correcting me. She's like repeated like Nashelle, and I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm
You
saying?
was
So y'all
tearing it. You was
come
tearing it
over this
up.
YouTube live right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to turn it up a whole lot. I know y'all got on here probably thinking there's gonna be some negativity or something going on, but not straight positive stuff. But we're gonna be giving y'all some game. So for those that don't know who you are, for those that don't know who uh, you are Portia Nashelle, aka Generations of Wealth on Instagram. And you had recently changed your name from something else to Generations of Wealth. So what was your name prior to that? Because you just changed that, right?
No, Generations of Wealth, yeah. So I've been on Instagram. I've been Portia Graham, which is my name. Nashelle is my middle name. I dropped my last name because this is the new and this is the new innovative creative business a version of myself. So I was the credit RX, being a credit prescription on IG, but they're all linked to me. So Generations of Wealth is definitely the umbrella of all and encompasses all that I do.
Okay. Hey, go to my YouTube right now. I have none other than Generations of Wealth, aka Portia Nashelle. Y'all better come on here right now, just in case y'all may have questions because she's an entrepreneur. She got a lot going on, and she might can help you because she's in the business of helping people. So, who is Portia Nashelle?
Who is
Who is
Portia
she?
Michelle?
Who is she?
Man, so I guess one who doesn't dote on themselves quite often, but I'm a girl from PA. I'm just a girl from PA who decided to have a dream and go for it and not quit. I am a proud single mother of three. I just graduated my middle child today from high school. My daughter, 18, just graduated. My oldest son, he is a junior in college, and I'm at HBCU in Texas. He's in his junior year, and I have a 13-year-old son who's pretty amazing. I've been pretty blessed to have some amazing kids. And I mean, I'm a lover of all things. I'm a lover of definitely education is a passion of mine, and being in service and help to others. So everything that I do is in service to others, and I mean, why not? If I'm passionate about it's a gift, I might as well make some money while doing it as well. So I've capitalized on those things to be able to help others, but also ensure that I make a dollar to take care of myself and mine as well.
Yeah, so like for those that don't know about PA, you're gonna have to break it down to some of these simple people what PA is,
Oh,
because like at
Pennsylvania.
one upon a time I didn't even know what PA was. Because out here PA is Port Arthur, which is a city
Mm,
that's out, so what's PA? Tell everybody what PA is, and what's going on out there in PA.
For sure. So since we're talking about networking across state lines, I am in the state of Pennsylvania. So in coastal Pennsylvania is where I reside. It's where I was born and raised. So it's right outside of people are normally familiar when you say Pennsylvania. They're normally familiar with Philadelphia, and I live
Mhm.
outside of the city of Philadelphia in the suburbs.
Okay, okay. So I got the pleasure of actually meeting and actually getting more than acquainted and very cool with one of your kids. And I call him Turtle. That's your 13-year-old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to make sure that Lupe make sure Lupe watch what Lupe say, because it
He
is.
watches.
Yeah, he watching me, and I appreciate that, because that gives me a lot to look forward to, and that make me stay on point as far as making sure I provide value as far as to the youth. Especially being a young black male. I feel like it's important for me to make sure that I'm setting the right type of standards. For your kid to look up to, and I'm super excited about that part of just even knowing your child and being able to get cool with him. So Turtle, my boy, you ain't even know he was Turtle. I made
Yeah.
him tell everybody he was Turtle. So yeah, that's my boy. So how did you gain interest in real estate?
Man, I gained interest in real estate, being in the business of financial literacy. In that arena, there were a lot of people who actually needed help and were looking for help because they were typically looking to purchase homes. When I asked, people about what are their goals, and they said I want to purchase a home. So I said, wow, like there must be, as we're trying to bridge this relationship, there's an opportunity here. Loopy water.
Mhm.
And I said, man, I said, I think I could be interested. I think I could do something with this. If there's a market for it, I'm already looking to partner in this. I have something that's of value to the um to the whole arena of real estate, the world of real estate. I said, I might as well let me look into this. So I knew there were a lot of people involved in the business that I'm in that were real estate agents, real estate professionals. Anyway, so I said, man, let me start really taking a look at this opportunity. And
YouTube,
real estate
YouTube.
investing is what really came up. I came across you on Instagram a little over a year ago, and I started hearing more and more, about real estate and investing. And people I were following, like Dr. Boyce Watkins on Facebook and Instagram, and they were just talking about, having ownership and having a stake and wanting to buy back your community. And to do that, you had to be involved in real estate. So I said, I at least want to learn and just want to be aware and be knowledgeable about it. And that's
YouTube.
how that's how I wound up finding you on Instagram. And the rest is history from there. It was an opportunity to say, hey, I have something that's of value. I have an opportunity, and I think that's how I even brought it to you was, hey, I'm a financial literacy consultant, and I help individuals with matters of personal finance, credit restoration. I know you're doing real estate. Maybe we can work together. And it was just branching that way. And it's like, well, I also want to learn myself. So you were willing to teach. I was willing to be a student, and here we are.
Right. And then that what actually led us to actually having a deal right now together, that we're actually working on Dispo together also. And you know, I- like, I really want to let you know that I appreciate you for like really taking it serious as far as being a student, understanding what I'm trying to teach you, because I know I'm a different type of teacher and a different type of coach as far as just training someone in general. So it was definitely a pleasure to be able to work with you, and us to be able to understand each other without any hiccups. And now we have a solid deal together that we're working on, that you presented to me, and we was actually trying to work on a few deals together that haven't went through yet. But this one right here is solid, and it's on black and white. So I'm gonna let you kind of tell everybody, what we got going on with the sub two deal, which is subject to the existing mortgage. Hey, go on YouTube right now.
So the deal we have out here in coastal Pennsylvania, owner finance option, is a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, right? And the way we acquired this property was through my aunt. So this is a personal deal, for my family, and my aunt, and just to give a little background that's important to me is that everything happened at its opportune time. My aunt is sick and she has cancer and she was no longer able to keep her home. And in the midst of that, our family wasn't able to help out and help her keep her home. So she was ready to lose this home to the bank. And I said, man, I've been studying this, and I really think that I can help you out here if you're willing to give me an opportunity to work with my team. I said, I really think that I can help you so that you just don't lose everything. So this opportunity came about, and the necessary steps were taken, and it was explained, and all the documents were provided. And my aunt, even with me, like this being the first time, was just comfortable enough to say, with your mentorship and your leadership, was we walked through it smoothly without
Right,
any.
right,
It hasn't been any hiccups thus far, in regards to really taking this all the way to the closing table. So acquiring the property was just as that, just going through the necessary qualifying questions and asking my aunt, exactly what she wants to do with her home. She's looking to how much she wanted for it and whatnot. With the information that we use to identify where our seller position is at.
yeah, Kia, I
So
appreciate I'm listening to you. I'm
yeah.
listening.
So you had a question?
No, I was listening to you. I was just clicking through the comments.
Yeah.
Um, Now, so we basically you presented this bill to me, and I actually needed to break down, the conditions to what we, how we were acquiring a property to where it made sense to your aunt, and
Mm-hmm.
we had that conference call, and everything was going, extra smoothly, and then we end up not only, getting the property under contract. We end up, really figuring out now it's dispo time, especially with this, the sensitive situation at hand. So we want to make sure, we break that bread, because we have the deal to where we took over the property subject to, but we're still gonna break bread with her aunt, and we definitely want to, knock that out. So now we're working on dispo on this property, which is it's taking help from both parts. So like we've had Zoom meetings where we basically made drop points for signs to let people know that we have owner finance deals. Portia, you went in and got these pictures of the inside and the outside of the house that we needed, and put the signs in the for sale by owner signs in the front yard. All the stuff that makes sense for us to be able to dispo this property. We've been really helping each other out as far as knocking this out. And we're looking forward to getting somebody in this property soon. So we've been scheduling showings and stuff like that. And hey, the thing is to you know, hey, get this property occupied as soon as possible, and not only get the property occupied. We want to keep the property and not just do what everybody else doing and just give it away and
Mm-hmm.
sell it. We're working on a long term relationship as far as creating like passive income, residual income, and getting that mailbox money, that every month money. So we're structuring this deal, and we're talking to these buyers, and man, it feels good to be able to work with you and to be a part of your first deal, and then it being a creative deal also. Give us the opportunity to put more tools in our toolbox, and be able to learn different enter and exit strategies, because depending on what the tenant buyer can bring to the table, is depending on how we can structure the way out of this deal. But still, you and I, we're going to be at this for a while, as far as getting residual passive income off this property, and not only that, helping your aunt. So it's gonna definitely work out for everybody, and I'm grateful to be a part of. So I want to let you know, thank you for letting me be a part of your success story and your growth process for real.
Thanks.
So
Thanks to you.
with that being said, what we're trying to do, everybody in YouTube and Facebook land, portion we have a property subject to the existing mortgage, and not only that, is a little behind. So what we need to do, we need to bring the right type of tenant buyer in that's going to be able to catch up the payments, and then make sure everybody eat at the same time, and they just come in and they maintain and manage the property. And with that being said, what we're focusing on targeting. Hey, if y'all on here, go to my YouTube live right now. It's pinned. lupigllc. Get off of here. Come to YouTube live, Facebook live. That way y'all can interact with us and ask questions, because this is something very educational and something that y'all can use. So we have the property subject to the existing mortgage and stuff like that. So, like I said, we need to get it caught up, everybody. So the thing is, not only that, we want somebody to come in, and we don't want to be landlords. We want them to maintain the property. We want them to cover all maintenance and maintain that property. And with that being said, we want somebody that's gonna come in with they own appliances and all that. And what we want to do is just let us know every month when it's time to collect. And then what we want to do is automate that system. And in that process, we're trying to find tenant buyers that can't get traditional funding. That way, this could be a long term thing, and we can actually help somebody. And usually, from my understanding, because I haven't been in this long enough to know as far as how it goes when you acquire property like this. But from my understanding, you may rotate through a couple of tenant buyers. So that means that may be a couple of non-refundable option deposits, that goes directly in our pocket. That may be more passive income that may go in our pocket. If one tenant may not be able to handle it, and they may have to go and vacate the property, then we bring in another tenant buyer and we collect that non-refundable again, and we do it all over again. So this is one of those deals where Portia and I, we have the opportunity to have a long lasting relationship just with this house alone. And on top of that, we have the opportunity to learn more than one exit strategy. We already figured out an entry strategy. Now we're learning the exit strategy. And with that being said, we're trying to find people that need help so she can help them with credit repair. That way they can actually cash us out within a certain amount of time. Because with these tenant buyers, we only want to give them a certain amount of time, and give them that time to cash out. If not, we can give them that one-time renewal on their agreement. And then from there, we're still, keeping that flow of buyers that's saying, hey, I got this amount of money for this property. And if them people cannot get their credit repair, we can still work on them. But hey, we can be putting somebody else in that house that need that same opportunity. So this is one of those type of deals where that only not only are we breaking bread with this property right here, Portia have the opportunity to make more money as far as helping these people with credit repair and provide a particular service to the community. So Portia, with that being said, break down to the public, what is a financial literacy consultant?
So, as a financial literacy consultant, what my position is I educate individuals on the matters of personal finance, first and foremost. There's a lot of companies out here that provide credit repair, but a lot of companies don't have a personal consultant who actually walks you through, advises you, and educates you on all the components on what makes up your whole financial profile. Credit restoration is our flagship product. And that's what a lot of people migrate to us for. But in the midst of that, we educate you not only in just credit restoration, on how to build your credit, on how to protect your credit, on how to budget and save, how important it is to have your will and trust with the power of attorneys, health and financial. So when we have individuals who tell me that their goals are to become a homeowner, and they're like, I need to get my credit up, because a lot of times they don't qualify because of their credit. And give them the time frame, but also in the meantime, while they're in the credit dispute process, it's important to educate you on stand how to, because if life uncertainties happen, are you going to be prepared with, a savings of 3 to 6 months, and understanding that you need to have that in case an emergency happens in your home. Something happens with the heating and air conditioning, something happens with an appliance, that you need to have that savings. So it's not just we focus on credit, because we can fix somebody's credit, and if you don't have the understanding, the education and the discipline and commitment to sustain and maintain that, you'll be in that position as soon as an emergency happens all over again. And then you're looking at potentially losing your home and being further in debt. So that's why I pride on the fact that we are a financial literacy company, and we educate individuals on matters of personal finance, because it's not just about getting your credit restored. But that is the major key component, especially in what we're partnering, what we're doing now to help families get into homes, sustain to maintain and sustain those homes at the same time.
What made you choose to help those that need credit repair? What shifted you to, be like, this is something that I'm very interested in, and I see myself being a part of this web of people that help those individuals.
I would definitely have to say it was my passion and love for education, one, and being understanding that this is a topic, and this is a situation and a crisis that we are in, because we're traditionally not taught these things in school. And the 13 years that we are in school, we're not prepared to come out of school and really, and even in college, um, to be prepared and to even take ownership of anything, to understand how economics and finance works, for us or against us, whether we have a typical 9 to 5 job, or we're even what entrepreneurship is, and an opportunity to take advantage of that. So because it's something that I lacked, and it's something, as a homeowner myself, I wasn't given those tools and skills, right, coming into even being a homeowner. So life uncertainty happened, and I wasn't able to cover, some situations. And I said, man, I really don't want to be in this rut. You know what I mean? And if it's somebody like
Yeah.
me going through the same thing, I know there's other people out there too, but they're just not talking about it, because we don't talk about our finance problems amongst our friends. We don't talk about our debt. We don't talk about credit. We don't talk about these things. So in
It's
my
not like
research,
it's taboo to talk about it
right?
instead of, yes,
No,
yeah.
no, people out here starting like they got it, and they might, but they broke. You know what I mean? So I knew that was a lot of that happening. So I was on Instagram, and like I said, my situation, I called for me to, I needed more money. I need to make more money because I was getting behind in bills. I was out there working 5 jobs, right? As a single mom, that wasn't going to cut it. I was spending more time outside my home, and I swear I was spending more money than I was bringing in, because, well, as fast as I was bringing in, because I'm traveling all day, all the time, eating out, what have you. So responded to a work from home opportunity on Instagram, and it turned out to be credit repair. As a credit
Mhm.
consultant, I got involved because I said, man, this is two birds with one stone. I got an opportunity to make an additional stream of income, right? Because now I'm focusing on my seven, trying to get to my 7 to 8. And
Right.
I can also fix my credit at the same time. But now I'm in a position where I'm going to be educated so I can help educate others, starting with my own family. Henceforth, this is where Generations of Wealth was created, because I wanted to spend more time with my family. I knew I needed to make an additional stream of income. And there's just dreams and goals that I aspire to have that working my traditional 9 to 5 just wasn't going to do. So I also had an opportunity now to educate the community. So what
Right.
I'm learning, I'm now able to give back. So that's why I got involved, because there were people like me who wanted to purchase a home, who really didn't have the education and understand what it was. So before anybody fell for the trap, it's like, man, let me help educate you on what this process really looks like, so you don't get
Right.
bamboozled. You know what I mean? So no, you shouldn't go in to try to buy a home with a 500 credit score. I don't care what somebody tells you. You know what I'm saying? So
Because what happened? Tell the public what happened, because I don't know, like this, like I'm on subject twos and stuff. So let
so
everybody know what happened.
So there are lenders out here who will qualify, who will put someone in a home with a 500 credit score, one, and say these are your options. This is where you can live, and it can be like your starter home, right? But who really wants to have to move after buying a home? You want to buy a home where you want to live, right? You want to pay for where you want to live.
Right.
So case scenario, you get in a home with a 500 credit score, it means your interest rate is going to be out the wazoo. You're going to be paying triple, so, sometimes maybe quadruple, depending on your demographics, for a home that is not worth that, right? But just
Mm-hmm.
because you want to be in a home, you want to own something without being educated on what your true options are. You know what I mean? And not wanting to so yeah, you'll be duped because you'll be paying more than what it is. And then, like, again, if you come into a situation where you can't you have an emergency and you can't afford that, you're looking to be in debt even faster. So
Yeah, quickly.
it's a setup. It's a setup, especially for people who traditionally don't qualify for a loan from the
Mm-hmm.
bank, and they take advantage of individuals who just are ignorant to the fact of what the process is. So that's why I really got involved with, and I really go so deep into it now because I have my own kids growing up, and I definitely wanted to change the trajectory of wealth for my family through education. So through education, once you know something, you can't unknow it. You know what I mean? Puts you in
Right,
a better
right,
power position to make some moves, and it gives you options. So along with that, it's also wealth creation. But specifically with the credit, it was like, yeah, I need to help. I need to let some folks that I know understand how this process goes, because they understand. I think more people now are seeing the value of being a homeowner. They just
mm-hmm.
don't understand the process. So there's a lot of
Right,
companies that may, say, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, but you don't really know what they're doing. They're just doing it for you. And I would rather educate people on how the process is, so that you're empowered to make better decisions for yourself. You don't find yourself in the same cycle again in 6 months because you're not disciplined, to make the right decisions for yourself. Like, once you done hit rock bottom, you don't never want to really be there again. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
And once you've been broke, you don't and you get a little bit of exposure to what the life could be, you don't ever want to be broke again. So
right, right.
education is the key to that.
So, with that being said, a well-rounded entrepreneur. There's a lot of real estate agents that's actually doing credit repair. You're not a real estate agent, and a real estate agent does credit repair, and still, its main focus is getting people in a house traditionally where they're in debt with a bank. Whereas we are now the bank, and we made it to where that we can be the bank, and then on top of that, we can provide a different type of service to get people in houses quicker than the bank without charging them all that interest. And then on top of that, eventually make them homeowners quickly by speeding them up through your process of credit repair. So, like we're gonna be really helping some people, and I'm glad to be a part of that process, because even though all the potential tenant buyers that are coming in, saying that, hey, they got this much, or hey, they had that much, and they're not willing to they're not able to give us what we're willing to accept for the property or whatever, as far as down payments, or what rent or purchase price or whatever. The thing is still that you can still gather those people information and put them in a whole nother type of database, which is for credit repair. Like, hey, okay, okay, this may not work as far as with this house, but do you still need, credit repair? Do you need
Mm.
still need this type of service? Do you still need that type of service? And you can still, hey, make another type of deal, because deals are deals. So with that being said, you've been bringing me up to speed on something that I really need to start getting my focus on, and that's forex trading. So, aside of the credit repair, aside of you know being a part of learning from my program as far as real estate investing and man, not only that, trading. So you got credit repair, real estate investing, forex trading, and that takes a particular type of skill set. So I want you to kind of let people know what forex trading is if they don't know it, because like it was a buddy of mine. And the crazy thing is I knew about like Bitcoin and stuff like
Mhm.
that. The cryptocurrency trading, but I really never knew nothing about forex trading, and it was brought to my attention by somebody I had closed my first few deals with. Just showing her how to drop a dollar, and she was into forex trading. And she, kind of exposed me to it, told me about it, and I looked into it. But I was more focused on real estate investing and getting my feet wet, and you turn me on to this right here. So hopefully you'll be schooling me in a little bit, trying to buy some of this time back. So tell us about a little bit about this forex trade you got going on, and what brought you into forex trading, and what is it doing for you now?
I think I was always intrigued by forex. Kind of like started with the stock market after watching Wolf
Mhm.
on Wall Street and all those movies. I said, man, I said that's some
Wolf
fast
on Wall
cash,
Street.
right? Wolf on Wall Street. Been watching a million times, but I like the idea of the money compounding over time. So we're talking about a penny doubling a day, and that's like with it could be a small investment, could be a large investment, but that whole thought process, as like I said, I was working 5 jobs, so I'm trying to minimize that, but also minimize my time but maximize my result, right?
Right.
So if I look at everything I do as far as entrepreneur, and like I said, trying acquiring those 7 8 streams of income, on that trip to being wealthy, right? It's for me.
Right. Right.
That was so the credit repair was started with the financial discipline of getting my money right, right? Just being disciplined to have my money right, having the opportunity to have different options by having a perfect, almost close to perfect credit score, which allows you to have more options, keep more money in my pocket, right? And
What's that
then
number? What's the almost perfect credit score? What's that number?
so a perfect credit score is an 850.
Okay. All right. All right. So all right, go ahead, finish it, because like this is stuff that this is
Right.
education for me also. So it
So
with
a
everybody else
perfect
watching, a perfect credit
a
score is eight
perfect
fifty.
credit score is an 850. You can't really go higher than 850. But an 850 is a perfect. You can walk in and get anything that you would desire. You wouldn't have an issue with that. So it built on. So got credit repair, then I got involved with a CBD health and wellness, independent business owner of a company as well, TLC, and that was like focused on health, but it also it compounded with the compensation plan. So now I got my health going. I got already got residual income and passive income on one. Forex was like it's like my savings account. It's money that I can trade minutes, hours, and that money compounds. So it's compounding over time.
Okay.
That's my retirement plan. That's my retirement bunk, and I'm not touching that until I'm really done with what all these other ones that I'm doing right now. And that's the glory in that we trade currency. So versus when people look at the stock market versus trading, the stock market, the market crashes, the stock goes down, you lose money. The beautiful thing about forex is the stock market can go up and down. We're trading the money that's in the stock market in different currencies all over the world.
Mm.
So Japanese yen, you got the euro, pound, you got what I mean? Like it's we're trading the currency. So the money's gonna go. During COVID, it fluctuated a little bit, but you were still able to make money. And
Okay.
that's what I love about that. It's a platform where you can learn that you're taught. You know what I mean? You can come in as a beginner, and I've seen people come into forex in 3 days. They're doing very well. because
In
it's
3 days.
in 3 days they can do very well. They give you a platform that really teaches you step by step by step. It's not hard. You can get in, you can earn and learn at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with if people are familiar with Rich University on Instagram, you can follow Rich University. You can follow Dr. China Bethley or Logic Mix. They are the founders, or my sponsor, my coach who brought me in. She goes by that Forex chick on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
thebomb.com. Did giving her a shout out. But yes, I mean that's a community. Not only do they give you a I am Academy, so you get a Master Academy where you have access to traders across the globe who are teaching you the game, different time zones all day. So that's what I loved about it because I could learn it at my own pace, didn't feel rushed. And once you know, it's a skill. So once you learn it, you got it. It's not something anybody can take away from you. You know how to do it.
Right.
And it's an amazing opportunity. It's definitely opened my eyes to what's going on around the world, right? Because I don't want to go too much. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me or get in touch with Loopy to get in touch with me after the show,
Right.
because that is an opportunity and that's levels. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about people investing, we're talking about investing, right? You have to invest in
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Like if I would have never took the time to invest in myself to get my credit right, I would have never been exposed to the opportunity to, link up with TLC that's doing amazing things for me for health wise. I would have never met you in regards to, really taking this real estate thing serious and practicing it and actually being where we are today. And then I would have never known. It's like, okay, what's next? Like, okay, I have my finance. Now, what's next? Forex was the what's next for me. And after
Right.
that, it's like now we ready to buy the block for real, because now we got the capital. Like when we talk about really making economic change where we live at, you have to have capital. I
Right.
don't want to.
And
I don't want to beg and borrow from grants and state money from the government. I want to be able to create these things ourselves. So with the capital, I'm able to actually help. I can't help if I don't have the money. Like that's just
yeah.
period. Whether you're giving to charity, you're trying to, you're trying to buy the block, you're trying to buy. You need the money at the end of the
I
day.
was, I, I
So
was just talking. I was just talking to a buddy of mine out here in my market, Byron the investor. I was like, boy, you've been doing good stuff, boy. You been buying stuff, and now you starting to develop. Like I'm watching.
period.
I'm taking
Yeah,
notes too. Don't
yeah.
think Lupe just watching and I'm just mm-hmm,
But that's the next part. It's like, what do you do next? When we talk about the ultimate
act
give back, like that's the
act.
ultimate give back. Not only can we go back and teach others what the knowledge that we've acquired, but we can also show them how to get it, just how to acquire it yourself. But then it's like being responsible to say, hey, I'm gonna actually give back and I'm gonna develop some things, be innovative for what's next. And it's not just buildings. We're talking about I'm getting in this. I'm a science nerd. You know what I mean? For those who know
Right.
me, they know. But I'm talking about technology, and all things science, like what's next
Like
for the
yeah, because
what's
you've
next
been
for the
helping
world.
me. Yeah, you've been helping me with that, and like because like I was before this I wasn't like I'm computer literate, like I ain't slow, but as far as how fast and how interactive the web is and how interactive you have to be with devices and stuff now, like I wasn't using it for certain things, so like you and other people have actually been helping me kind of learn how to get organized and stuff like that, which is basically um, stuff that's fueling my growth. So as far as networking, I would like how I was just talking about how I told Byron the investor, I was like, well, I'm watching you. Don't think I ain't watching, because I'm watching and I'm taking notes. And man, and I'm moving and I'm taking action with it. I want to know from your perspective though, how has networking fueled your growth?
So can you hear me? There you go.
Okay, we back.
You said how has it fueled my growth? Oh man, because I've been able to meet with people who I never even a year ago, I would have never thought that it would have been possible for me to have a conversation with somebody some somewhere where I thought I wanted somewhere where I wanted to be. Dream. Let's just say that. But when we're talking about if you're running a race, right? Now, if you're running a race, I'm a single mom, and I'm gonna just keep it real. When you gotta feed your kids every night, right? And ain't no food on the table, you gotta get creative. You gotta find a solution. It wasn't about what I didn't have. It's like how I'm gonna get it. So in order for me to get where I'm going, I gotta connect with some people who already there. Who I have something, maybe it's a seminar I gotta go to. Gotta invest in myself, right? Gotta invest. If it's a skill I have that I think can add value to what you already got going on, how can we work together?
Right.
Right? So networking has fueled my growth because we need people to get to where we're going. So
Right.
I always look at those options, like what value do I have to add to what you already got going on? Then in return, I still win by default. We both get
Right.
one, right?
And
That's how this relationship came about. You know, that's how
right.
the relationship came about with me and TLC. That's how the relationship came about with me and Forex.
Yeah.
So now it's like with that, I said, man, my sponsor, I saw her start. She started. She's from Louisiana, from New Orleans. She built a school, and I said, she younger than me, and I said, you making that kind of money? I need to be over there because that's what's next. I didn't know nothing about it, but it's what's next. So
And
that networking opportunity, and then that connects you to other people. The credit
right,
business.
right.
I'm along with millionaires. Like I remember a year ago, the guy said, I need one millionaire mentor. That's all
Right.
I was like, give me 1 millionaire mentor. I said, and because I want to be a millionaire, so I need a millionaire mentor.
Yeah, you
I
are
was
million. Yeah, we
right,
are million.
right. But I'm just saying, I asked for one, and I got over 100. Then
Hey, I kind of went through the same thing. I got to cut you off, 'cause, man. Like,
go ahead.
for people that don't know, when you're trying to become an entrepreneur, and I'm speaking to everybody that's watching this right now. Hey, you need to come to YouTube right now. Come to YouTube right now, lupigllc. Come to YouTube right now. So it's very important for everybody that's watching. Come to YouTube right now. It's like it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna tell you it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna, like mislead you and try to guide you somewhere else. It's gonna be a lot of people that's really not gonna support you at all. It's gonna be a lot of people that's close to you also that's gonna be trying to tear down the legacy that you're trying to build just because they don't understand it, or just it's not feeling like it works for them, or they just don't like the way you're growing, and they want to drag you down. This is for everybody that's watching this. You cannot let that determine anything you have going on. You have to basically be super ambitious and super motivated to say, hey, I'm gonna do this. Hey, I'm gonna make this work, and nothing is gonna stop me. And you got to cut those people short. I've cut so many people out of my life within this time I've been doing this real estate journey. I'm talking about cut them off fast. You have to make those decisions fast. That way you can elevate even faster because they're weighing you down. And there's other people that you're gonna meet that's gonna lift you up. And they're gonna put like rocket boosters under you. And you thinking that you're moving fast, but until you meet these other individuals, after you cut the old individuals off, once you meet these new individuals that don't know you but want to see you win, it's gonna be a whole nother outcome. It's gonna be a whole nother feeling, and you're gonna move like with warp speed. So if y'all ain't watched Star Trek and Deep Space Nine and all that, when they go into warp speed and all you see a pew and that gone, that's how you move. And yeah, sometimes you have to cut people off and reestablish yourself with a whole nother circle of individuals that make more sense because mentally you have exceeded all of the limitations that the other people are thinking on. You didn't went way past that, and you're beyond that. So if you start thinking back slow, you're gonna move slower because it's like hitting a ceiling. So yeah, that networking is a beast. So I'll let you talk about that a little bit more, boy. That networking, woo, that networking for real, for real. So Covenant Lives. Tell everybody a little bit about Covenant Lives And what does covenant lives mean to you? For those that have no clue, because I know, because we're doing business together.
So when people hear covenant lives, I want you to think about, the covering of something. The covenant lives for me, it encompasses everything that I do. Like I said, I have a heart of service. I have a heart passion for education, and I just want to see people win. I want to see people be able to live the life of luxury, or just the lifestyle they desire. I want to see people's dreams come true, and I want to be in. I want to be I want to be involved in that process. That birthing process, or the planting that seed. Say, hey, like, whether it's motivation or inspiration. So covenant lives is, yeah, covenant lives is passionate to me because of experiences that I've been through. I'm talking about from being homeless to becoming a homeowner, being a teen mom, and still battling through to graduate high school, to go to college. Like I said, to become a homeowner, and the setbacks and challenges that came with that would have broke many of people. But when you got, like you said, when you got that desire to want to be more, to want to do more, to know you deserve more, you just don't quit. Like, I mean, like, days where I was like, I'm gonna give up. Like, this is too hard. You know what I mean? Like, this is hard. Like, it is work. It is self work that you got, that comes from in you to get it done. And covenant lives for me, was given to me, as a gift, and that gift, it was like, my job was to help others, and in that, I've been free. That's provided freedom to me. So if it's what is provided to me, I'm giving back to others, if that makes sense.
So that leads me to, just want to pick your brain. The public may want to pick your brain. Hey, y'all actually can ask and ask questions or whatever, and we'll get to them, towards the end of the show. But we want to know, your thoughts on generational wealth and entrepreneurship in general. Just hit us with something. You heard me, Portia? Oh, don't tell me
I can hear
we.
you.
Oh, yeah. Your
I
thoughts on
I can hear
generational.
you.
Yeah, your thoughts on generational wealth and entrepreneurship. We just want to pick your brain. Like, give us something. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Ah, yeah.
I can see you.
Give us your thoughts on generational wealth and entrepreneurship.
You said a question.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on generational wealth and entrepreneurship.
Oh, so my thoughts on generational wealth entrepreneurship. So generations of wealth period, like I said, is the foundation of birthing something I didn't have. I grew up in, what they say, blue collar suburbs. My mom and dad, this first generation of welfare, right? Our family. So despite the fact that my grandparents own their homes, they had great jobs and all that stuff, that wasn't what I grew up with. So it was creating heavy odds, of it being something out the norm, something that we didn't see. It wasn't in our environment, but I wanted to create something different for my kids to leave a legacy moving forward, because I want to make an impact in the world. So it's important for me to develop that with my family, with my kids. So generations of wealth is just that. It's going to be the next generations of me, starting with me, my kids, my grandkids, and thus therefore on. And having the ability to teach others to do the same.
Portia, you breaking up. You breaking up, Portia. Oh man. So everybody, I don't.
How to acquire
Hopefully we get.
it as well and develop that for themselves and their families.
I,
That's
hey,
questions. Like I remember
Portia, hold up. Portia, can you hear me?
I'm good on this
Can
end.
yeah, you breaking up bad over here. That's why I was saying I don't know if it was mine or yours. But you say you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Okay, so look, words for our youth to inspire them.
Let me see this. Cause I don't.
Yeah, cause we breaking up kind of bad. Okay, hold. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go.
All right. I don't know how to get off on here.
I removed you, so we good. We good.
All right. Okay.
So
Cool.
we back. We back. So hey, words for our youth to inspire them.
Oh, perfect. For our youth is like um don't let anybody tell you who you are not, and what you can't be, what you can't do. I think that we as adults get caught up in what we think the world should be. That the youth who have fresh ideas and innovative thoughts, we kind of like try to quiet them down. And I want
Right.
them, especially where the world's going right now, be fully creative. Just let your thoughts, dreams, feelings, let it um, just spill out, spit it up.
Cause it's gonna turn into a bright idea.
Absolutely. And get yourself a mentor. Somebody, if you're in a neighborhood where you don't see people working or you don't see people just being creative, have any value to add, find you somebody outside of there. I am so grateful and thankful for social media, Instagram specifically. I am where I am today because of people who were not shy to share their thoughts and creative innovations on this platform.
Right, right.
Uh, Man, I can run them down, especially when it comes to finance and what really changed my mindset to what I needed because the mindset had to change. I didn't see what I'm doing around me. I don't see this. So I had to create it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was because I was watching other people's news feeds. Like, if you're watching right now, be blessed. You understand? Because what you're seeing right now is people who had a dream, people who had a thought, and we just said, despite what anybody had to say about it, if they wanted to believe they was gonna support, we're gonna do it anyway. I'm not a quitter, and that's another thing to tell them: don't quit. When it get hard, don't quit. That's when your blessing right around the corner. It's supposed to be hard.
Right. Right. Oh man. So everybody, we had a little mishap real quick. So hopefully we can get Portia back on pretty quick. But yeah, words to our youth, like real talk words to our youth. What I'll tell them like, hey, do not be scared to reinvent yourself because hey, Loopy wasn't even Loopy, what 2 years ago. So sometimes you have to reinvent yourself and you have to come back harder, you have to come back stronger and sometimes you have to reinvent yourself, you have to restructure yourself. So to the youth, I would tell the youth like if you just really need to reinvent yourself right now. You can be anybody you want to be. You can be anybody you want to be, and don't let somebody tell you that you can't be because you are your own superhero. You feel me? Um, are there any nonprofit organizations you're planning to birth for the community? Because I have a
Yeah.
couple, but I want to know about yours.
Yeah, so Out of Covenant Lives is going to spawn the Halo Foundation. And the Halo Foundation supports families that have experienced grief through stillbirth and miscarriage, specifically. Something that I experienced myself, and through that experience of stillbirth, birth, the opportunity to, I connected and I met with so many other families that had been experiencing the same thing, but really didn't have an outlet to even talk about their experience. And this is especially for the fathers and the siblings, because a lot of times these organizations, these hospitals, they focus on the mom who's having this experience, and they never focus on the dad. And the other siblings, they don't ask them how they, they're grieving. Are they okay? What do they need? Do they need anything? So for me, it was important for not to only keep the family unit together, but how do we heal together as a family through this experience, and then healing individually. So I created a program that would work with families in that whole unit, and keeping the family together and healing together, because that's not something that we see in our community first and foremost. And it is a need based opportunity. So the Halo Foundation is going to be the capital caveat that supports these families in this 8-week program. So they're going to pay their rent or their mortgage for the 8 weeks. So they're going to supply food to them, whatever the need is that they have that is going to relieve them so they're able to grieve together. That's what the foundation is going to do. So that's what the money through the foundation supports is the Halo Foundation.
That's what's
So I
up.
look forward to that. I'm really excited about it.
So, what should the public be on the lookout for when it comes to Portia Nashelle?
Oh, I mean, just to keep going. So I mean, I'm also blessed to be the chair of the Economic Development Committee for the NAACP here, for the Coastal chapter, and I'm looking to grow that thing. Like everything that we just talked about, put everything together as far as group economics and the businesses in our local chapter to really try to solution to the issues that we see in our community. So that's what I'm doing.
Portia, can you hear me? Because you breaking up. I hope I didn't lose you. Can you hear me, Portia? So it looked like we may be having a little technical difficulty right now. But Portia says she's a part of the NAACP, which is which is totally awesome, super cool, because we have to make a change from within if we're trying to change things we don't like about the system. Let's see if we can let's see if we can get Portia back. Let me see if we can get Portia back. Having a little technical difficulty with the web. Portia, are you with us? Are you with us? Do you gotta click out, click back in? Are you with us, Portia? Portia, can you hear me? So she had to click out real quick. She might be clicking right back in. So y'all heard it from Portia Nashelle herself. Like, hey, she's a part of the NAACP, and at a time where we hearing so much about Black Lives Matter, and this matter and that matter. You know, instead of just going out protesting, we got to, in order to make change, you have to make change from within the system, and we need people, a part of a system that can get inside another system to actually infiltrate it. To get inside one system to get into another system. So she's creating those channels and avenues to actually get herself in a better position. That way, we can be making sure we're safe around here, and making sure that we're taking the right stand by actually going inside of the system and creating the right dialogue and the right the right creating the right approach, to say, hey, man, this is what we're standing for. This is what we're taking a stand for, and this is what we need as far as being productive as a community. So definitely be on the lookout for Portia Nashelle doing like amazing things with it within inside the NAACP. So that's fire right there. To be a part of the NAACP and be a part of making a change. Within the community, especially our black community. So yeah, that's more that's more hot than hot sauce.
Thank you.
So you back like you left some. So you left us where you was talking about being a part of the NAACP. So break down to the people what NAACP stand for, because it's actually an acronym. So break that down to the people and let them know what it is and what it stands for to you, and what your goal is. Because I was just telling them you got to infiltrate the system by being a part of another system that can get you in the system that you need to infiltrate. So that's basically to me what the NAACP is. I mean, NAA. So I'm gonna let you break it down. Portia. So everybody, I think we're having like little moments where we're having like little glitches in the system. Man, we when we talking about some stuff that makes sense, man, them agents be in the matrix. They be in the matrix. So right when I was about to let her drop that fire, we don't know what happened, but we trying to get it together. We trying to get it together. So look, everybody, don't be afraid to drop some questions. Y'all put some questions out there. So that's what I do right now. I kind of go through some questions right now. Kiara Wilson, appreciate the love. Like, you always showing love. So we appreciate that. Um, who else we got here? Ryan Williams. Hey, how do you find cash buyers virtually in another market? So basically, it all depends. So like I have boots on the ground in Pennsylvania and Coatesville. So that's one of the main things, to make sure you have boots on the ground. You gotta have boots on the ground. Boots on the ground meaning somebody that you can depend on to actually get your cash buyers in place or whatever to view a property and things like that, because you're gonna need somebody in place to show the property, especially if there's somebody that's on the if there's somebody that lives in the property, you definitely gonna need boots on the ground. So with that being said, hey man, boots on the ground. Then you got stuff like PropStream. You can find cash buyers on PropStream by pulling a cash buyers list. I have some secrets that I can share with you. So you hit me in my DM on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram, and we could talk about that also. But man, putting out signs, like I've actually found cash buyers by putting out signs. So if you look at my IGTV and stuff like that, you'll see, man. Like I put out signs to attract certain type of buyers. I put out certain signs to attract cash buyers. I put out certain signs to attract tenant buyers. I put out signs to attract renters. So it all depends on what your approach is. And then like right now, we're using Zillow to post our properties on. You have a real estate agent. You can use a real estate agent. Uh, Craigslist, Facebook. I've been doing wholesaling and stuff for a while now, so I found buyers different type of ways, and all the ways that I'm talking about are ways that I'm attracting buyers. As far as Zillow, I haven't sold anything by using Zillow yet, but those other things like yeah, I've used Craigslist, Facebook, and all that stuff to actually get properties sold, and it works. There's no particular one marketing way to market the cash buyers, Ryan. So, man, hey, I do have a training course out, and I do train you personally. And hey, if you really need that extra assistance to where you don't know how to find the cash buyers, then what I'll do is, hey, man, I'll train you. So, like I said, you can hit me in my DM, and you need that extra training. That's cool with me. Ready Freddy, how exactly does sub 2 work? So basically, subject to the existing mortgage is basically what it is, and that's when you're taking over the property. and the actual owner signs over the deed to you, but the actual loan stays in the seller name. So the seller deeds you over the property or whatnot. Hey, but it'll stay in their name. So that's what that is. So that's in a nutshell what subject to is, and depending on how you structure your inter agreement with the seller is depending on how everything will work out for you. So I have more than one type of subject to deal, and I entered into all three. I entered all three. I think no, because I have more than three subject to. So three of them I believe I have to actually provide the seller with cash down, and they'll walk away. So depending on how you structure your subject to deals, you may come to the close. You may have to produce some money. Then some subject to deals, they'll just walk away. So yeah, that's how a subject to work. You still working with the existing mortgage in place, and you're just getting the property deeded over to you, and the loan is actually staying in the homeowner name. So that's what a subject to is, man. And hey, man, like I say, I'm doing training and stuff like that on how we can acquire these properties subject to, not only for you to sell and or make money on. Like you can actually get subject twos to live in, and that's like basically one of the best ways to to buy a property for you to live in is for it not to be in your name, and for it to be in a trust or your company name, and take over the property that way. That way you won't actually have to what's the word I'm looking for? Put your credit on the line and stuff like that. So what you want to do is find somebody that need debt relief, and you take over the property subject to, and not only are you helping the homeowner and by relieving them of debt, what you're actually doing is taking over property without your name being on it and without you being held fully accountable of the property. But the thing is for you to make sure that it is for you to actually make sure that, hey, you take care of that payment. So don't just get the properties and then you live in it and then you just let it go down, because depending on how you enter in the agreement, you may be coming into the property with too much equity, and you can't let those opportunities pass you by. So you want to make sure you do you structure your deals right with the subject to, and making sure you keep the property for as long as possible, because subject to, they're giving you the property and you walking away. Shoot, better make it do what it do. So Portia,
Yes, sir. Can you hear me loud and clear?
yeah, we back. So yeah, we about an hour into this. Like what 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 is next for Portia and Shell, and then I want to know what's next for generations of wealth. What's next, and then what's the ultimate goal?
So I think that what's next for pushing our shell. Right before we got cut off. I was definitely explaining my role as an economic
Oh,
development chair for NAACP. So I think you were asking what did the NAACP stand for?
yeah. Break that down for
So
the
for
for
those who don't know, because I know there's a generation that's missing, as far as being educated on what the NAACP is, but it's the National Advancement for it is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. That's what it stands for. As far as the economic development,
Can you please say that again and say it slow, please?
the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
I need to write that down because I didn't know that.
You need to write down. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know that. So like I ain't scared to say what I did and didn't know.
awesome.
I didn't know that. So
And
I need to write that down.
there's a lot of people who don't know. I know I was in the barbershop, and when I was just going around, just letting the local businesses know who I am, what I'm doing, and where we can add value to each other. There was a young brother in a chair about 26, and when I told him, I said, "Do you know what the NAACP is?" He said no. Like he never heard it before. So I said, "Oh, we got work to do."
Right,
So, but
right.
yeah, that's why I got involved. I got
You bringing
involved.
awareness right now. You working right now. You see what I'm saying?
So when people
Like I'm 37 and I ain't know what that means, but I've always knew about the NAACP, but never knew what that stood for. So
and and there's a chapter, there's local chapters all over. Everyone has a chapter of the NAACP where they are. So if you're looking to get involved, and I know a lot of people are like, well, with everything that's going on right now, and people are looking to support Black businesses and whatnot, definitely check out your chapter in your local area. To see what they are doing to be supportive with small businesses, or helping you start a business, or just providing resources if you feel as though your business is being discriminated against as far as getting loans, or just attaining property in the area. You definitely want to reach out to your local branch, because they do have resources to help you in regards to discrimination, especially in your businesses or personally. Like if you get fired from your job, and you feel as though it was uh, racially charged, you can reach out to your local chapter and acquire the resources that they have available to you. So that is one thing that the NAACP does, as far as resources. The Economic Development Committee that I'm chairing currently, and I will be running for technical office. Um, my goal was to, like I said, galvanize the Black-owned businesses in our local chapter area, and start so we can start supporting one another. When you hear the news come out and they say, "Oh, that the Black dollar is uh, so many trillions of dollars that we contribute to the economy," then I mean you're looking at numbers. So when I started, let me see what these numbers do. Like let's trace where this money is at, and let's see what we can do together. And that's hard. Like the hardest thing is being I'm not gonna say hard. The challenge has been us working together. You know
right.
what I mean? And not having that, oh, I'm gonna get mine and I'm gonna hold it for me, because we ain't ever had much. So when you get a little bit of something,
Yeah.
you don't want to share it, and you don't want to tell nobody how to get it. And it's like,
Yeah,
it's not
greed,
mine.
stingy, man. This man, and that's bad in our community, man.
It
Like
is.
it's bad, and that's bad.
It
Uh,
is.
We,
And
we,
I'm
need, we,
not
need,
gonna
we need that change.
and that's what my hope is. I could, to get out there and protest like everybody else, but I'm a boots on the ground kind of girl. Like I need to do the work. Like and those who protest on the front line, man, we need y'all. We need them, right? But then it's got to be people like us. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, like
You heard like you and I talk, and
right.
like no hey no offense to anybody, because like I've been through my share of police brutality, like don't let this fool you about what Lupe is, and who Lupe is and where Lupe came from. I've been a part of my own protests, should I say, being discriminated against, being handled, mistreated, abused by law authority, um, rights violated. I can speak on that personally. So, with that being said, like I told you, what my how I was gonna protest, and you was upset, and I was like I get it, Portia, but we got a whole nother type of protest going on. We need to get them on the finance signs out. We need to get this map
Mhm.
together. We need. I'm gonna tell you what signs we need to hold up. We need to hold up that we have a on the finance deal, available for the community. We need to put all them signs up, because we ain't just holding up one sign. We
Mhm.
went about and look for signs and stakes to where that they can stay up, and we didn't have to hold them up, and we planted them all around the community, and hopefully we somebody that's gonna see it be somebody that we're gonna help, and when they come and need that help, they gonna know it's somebody of color that's making it happen, and not only is it one person that's making it happen, it's more than one person. Your aunt is a part of it, you're a part of it, and I'm a part of it, and that's what they gonna see. So that's that protest. That's that protest right there. That I'm putting out there is that we need to be proactive instead of reactive. You see what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's that. And then on top of that, teaching our community what we can be doing with these same signs that we holding up. You know what I'm saying? And that could be teaching. Hey, like like banning signs, like the signs we've been putting up. Like people, like I done had a couple of brothers you know, hey man, I may not have enough money to buy the house, but I'm very interested in what you're doing. And can we can we talk? Can you kind of tell me a little bit about what you got going on? So not only I'm getting some of those type of people that's hitting me up that was actually looking forward to buying a house and really didn't understand the sign. But once I broke it down to them, that was education for them.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah,
And that's it. If people were less scared and just ask, like a lot of people who seen the photo shoot that I did over the weekend with my daughter and my coach and her daughter, it was like, oh, they were saying congratulations, like we got a car, and it's like, nah, that's not what that photo shoot was. Like that photo shoot was generations of wealth. That photo shoot was me showing my daughter and said, you can have whatever you want. Everything that you want, you already have. You just gotta go
it's
get it.
right there.
You
It's
just
like
gotta
it's
go
right
get
there.
it. So it's like before that mindset, before I had this new mindset, I was complacent with my 9 to 5 job and coming home and having just enough, right? I was complacent. I wasn't challenged. I had a good paying job. I just moved into my home. We weren't homeless anymore. We was good. I had a brand new car off the lot, no money down. Really didn't understand that either, but I was glad I had to put no money down at the table. But I said, man, like we cool, we good, right? But it was like, nah, I'm not good because if I got people out here around me, if I got women I was in the shelter with, they still not in no home, I ain't good.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like if I can ride down my street and I see people laying on a park bench, I'm not good, right? Because if we ain't all good, I ain't good.
right,
I
right,
can't rest in my home. I've been homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what that's like. So nah, like we got too much land out here and opportunity for people to have to be homeless. So that became I took that on, right? So to show my kids, like I said, you can have whatever you want. If you want this car, find out what it takes to have this car and then you work towards that.
right,
Right? You want that home? Like my daughter, said, "Mom, she said I want this." She said she wanted a mall. I want to own a mall so I can go in any store and shop
right
and
up,
don't have. I said, "Perfect." Any other parent was like, "You ain't gonna have no mall." I said, "You want a
right,
mall? I need you to find out how much it's gonna cost for you to develop that mall, build that mall, and you can have that mall." Like that's what I'm telling my kids because you can have whatever you want as long as you want to work for it. You can
right,
have it, right? You ain't got a dream like ride past. I remember when I was a kid and I was telling my dad on Father's Day, we was riding the back roads, right? And I said, Dad, remember we used to ride past these homes? And I'd be like, we'd be dreaming. I'd be like, man, I would love to live in that house. Big house. Probably cost like 500K, right? And and he'd be like, man, yeah, that would be nice to have that house, but we can't have those homes. And I was like, but I'm like, man, so I was just a dreamer. And so I was like, well, why can't I have this darn house? You feel what I'm saying? What
right.
makes the people who live in that house better than me?
Cause I'm on hey, that's what that's hey, like man, you
So then
gotta change that mindset.
but then the mindset changed. I was a delivery driver for Domino's, right? I'm delivering.
Woo!
Man, I did all the jobs. I done did all the jobs. Trust me. When except for some, I ain't never been a stripper. I ain't did that. I did like, but I did a lot of jobs. So I was driving. I drove to this community one day, right? And I'm like, why? I'm driving up. It's gated, long driveways. I'm like, why is they ordering Domino's? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, get up to the door. Black man answer the door. I said, whoa, like you live in this house? You ain't cleaning it or like doing nothing like that, right? Because we always in a service position. He said, no. I said, well, what do you do? And I'm delivering the pizza. I said, what? Because now I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to understand how I can acquire this house because this is a beautiful home and I would want to live in this home. So he's telling me that was the first time I heard about credit, right? So he's like, he got good credit. Good
Hmm.
credit? Well, how you get that? But that's what started me on. It planted the seed for credit in my head. You know what I mean? Like, still didn't really understand it. Didn't know. Didn't care. But I was just like, man, I ain't got that, but I think I need to get it. And that was a year before I actually took advantage of it.
Yeah.
So it was just the mindset shift and be willing to do the work. You know what I
Right.
mean? Even when it's hard, like keep pushing yourself. Like even when it's like you want to quit, keep pushing yourself. So, oh, I see. What's our next question?
Yeah. Nah, it's just like the photo shoot that y'all had at the Mercedes Benz dealership. It was nice, And I was saying with all those nice cars, is Porsche still gonna be a Porsche owner instead of a
Oh
Mercedes?
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have my Mercedes. Trust and believe. In the next 30 days,
So, so
I'm gonna have a Mercedes.
I
But
thought we was going for the Porsche first.
oh, that's what I'm saying. Listen, whichever one come first. It don't matter.
Oh man, come on, man! You said Porsche is supposed to be
All
in the
right. So
Porsche,
listen. You're
so
right.
now
Let me
you
just say.
so you switching up now because this is
No,
what
I
we
ain't switching
talking
up.
about.
I
You
ain't switching
said
up.
Porsche is gonna be in the Porsche. Now you
Right.
said Benz first.
No, I'm gonna say well because the Benz is right there. You know.
What that mean? The Porsche is too.
The Porsche, you right, you right. I just said that. So the Porsche is there too. So my ultimate goal was, guys, listen, I just celebrated 39 years of life, right? And my goal for myself was to have, thank you. My goal for myself was to have to buy myself a Porsche for my 50th birthday, right? And that's some time out. I ain't even guaranteed
We gonna have
tomorrow,
that Porsche way
right?
before then.
So yeah, so I've been seeing them everywhere though. I've been seeing the Porsches everywhere. So all my life growing up, people will always tease me, "Oh, what kind of Porsche are you? A 711? You a turbo? You a right?" So I'm like, you
You
know
get in
what?
with all the lines.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna have me a Porsche because my name is Portia. I need to be driving a Porsche, and I need my name to be on the back of the car.
Right, right,
So
right.
definitely be looking out for that for Portia Shell. She's gonna have her Porsche, and that's the see when y'all gonna know
Let me find
that
out
I reached
you
my
gonna sneak and
financial
buy a
goal.
Benz.
Y'all gonna know I reached my financial goal when y'all see me have a Porsche, because that is gonna be my celebration, my gift to myself for my hard work that I've been putting in for years.
I used to
I'm
draw
putting.
Porsches when I was little because those was like the easiest exotic cars to draw.
Mm-hmm,
Lamborghinis and stuff had like different type of features and shit. But
mm-hmm,
the Porsche had a like a flagship look, and I used to draw Porsches all the time. And yeah, I got to get me a Porsche also. I'm a fan of Italian cars, and I got one. So my next thing is to
mm-hmm.
have me a see-through garage with a Lamborghini or Ferrari,
Period.
and my Maserati gonna be sitting outside the garage, but I'm gonna have that see-through garage with that Ferrari or that Lamborghini like real soon. So yeah, get that Porsche. Do not settle for that Benz.
Oh no, we ain't gonna
Gotta
suffer.
get the Porsche.
We ain't gonna suffer events. But I
Gotta get
definitely,
the Porsche.
I would do want to just, note manifestation. You can manifest whatever it is that you want. As long as your energy match your manifestation and you got them affirmations, I might be going a little too deep off topic for them, but just to understand how me and Loopy got here. You know what I mean? We got here because I manifested that thing. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just I saw somebody who was trying to change their life. I saw somebody who was really giving 100% to learning something new. And at the opportune time that he came across my timeline on Instagram, I just wanted to encourage him, like, stay motivated, stay inspired to do what you do. And I would drop in from time to time. I'm watching his feed or his lives, and I just send him a message like, I don't even know him. I didn't know him from a can of paint. And we still ain't never physically met in person.
Right, right,
But it's like I just seen somebody who I just felt as though just still needed encouragement and motivation to keep going, because I know how hard it is to change your life.
right.
And out of that has spawned this relationship, across state lines, across the internet,
And a
that
whole
we're
nother
able to work.
time.
Right, we're able to work together, and we're really starting to enact some real change that we want to see, not just in our lives, but in the lives of others, and that makes the greatest difference. Because there's people out here capping, right? And you
Right.
talking about from the mud. I'm grateful and thankful. Like I said, I'm grateful and thankful for you, for the opportunity, to, what I mean, just taking me under your wing, and really, mentoring and coaching me along this whole process. I knew what I saw all over the internet, but it was like starting to piece it together. So grateful and thankful for that. Grateful and thankful for you pouring life into my 13-year-old son, and definitely being a model for him, and it's being something that he's actually interested in. So that 13-year-old mogul is going to be, he's
Right.
going to be something to reckon with. You know what I
Right.
mean? In the next year, and
Because
just
the goals is to get him talking to sellers as soon as
yeah,
possible, so he can
yeah,
learn how to build rapport and stuff, and start talking to these sellers as soon as possible. Because we're seeing other kids, you know, that's in real estate that don't look nothing like us, and they're
right,
doing it as teenagers, and they're buying their moms and dad's houses and stuff like that,
yeah,
and they're 17, 16, 15 years old, and they're real estate tycoons, and they've been doing it off the computer for years, and
mhm,
people don't know that. And like it'll be awesome, and it'll be a pleasure to actually be a part of grooming and molding my boy Turtle.
mhm.
It'll be a awesome experience to be able to be a part of his life in general, and putting a positive spin on anything he have going on in his life in general, because that's needed in our community.
Absolutely,
That's needed like real bad. And like, hey, it's like a road to redemption with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things that I have to do as an individual, because it's about building stuff that I know I tore up.
yeah.
Ready, Freddie, say good content, man. Hey, man,
Thank you, Eddie.
I appreciate the love. And just like how saying good content, that's how Portia started off with me, just letting me know to keep it up. And I appreciate that love, bro, and the support, because she even went and bought some of this water right here, and
Oh yeah,
posted it,
we're not comparing.
and man, I appreciate all the support from each and everybody that I'm getting the support from. So, Portia, like, this was like super fire. We definitely gonna have to keep everybody up to date and keep everybody in the groove with what we got going on. So this not gonna be our last time being on this platform. And I definitely appreciate you joining me, and the people that's following me, and hopefully they're following us. And if y'all not following us, y'all should follow us both. Please tell them where they need to find you and follow you on every platform that you are on, so they can reach out to you and let everybody know what services you provide at the same time, so that way, hey, man, if they need to go ahead and get under your wing, then hey, you're not just no follower. You know what I'm saying? You're a leader. We're
Yeah.
all leaders. So let these people know where to get at you at.
So you guys can find me on Facebook. I am Portia Graham, Graham. Portia Graham on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at either at Generations of Wealth, and that is generations underscore wealth, or you can find me at Portia Nichelle underscore on Instagram. And what you're going to find is a plethora of services. So between credit repair, credit restoration, you'll also find information about forex trading. You'll also find information about TLC, which is Total Life Change, CBD Health and Wellness. I'm also a public notary. I'm also an ordained minister. I love to marry people. That's what I love to do. So um, you'll yeah, and I am the CEO of Covenant Lives. You can also find me at Remembering Desmond, the Halo Foundation. If you want more information about that developing foundation, that is the Halo Foundation, Remembering Desmond on Facebook as well. And yeah, yeah, that's
And if
it.
y'all just now tuning in to me and y'all don't know how to follow me or reach out to me, it's Facebook, Loopy G. Instagram, Loopy G. I don't even know how you type it in, but I know if you type it in, it's like only one Loopy G. Once you put that G on there, and it's gonna be me on there. So make sure y'all tap in. I will be on here every Monday live. Hopefully what I like to do is have a little bit of both. Have a segment in the beginning with the male, then bring in a segment at the end of the day with a female. That way we can kind of get two perspectives a day, with entrepreneurs. Every Wednesday, Chevy and I will be on live 10 in the morning talking about real estate, giving y'all all the little tips and tricks we got going on, and getting y'all prepared to mastermind with like-minded individuals. So that's another major thing and goal that everybody should have on their agenda is to find new people that you can mastermind with. Because once you add that other mastermind session into play, then you form another mastermind, which becomes a third mastermind. So it can be another individual, or you form another mastermind, which is a energy, and that energy won't be able to be stopped. So make sure y'all finding those people to mastermind with, whether they're in your market, whether they're not in your market. Vibe is a vibe, and everything is basically built off frequencies and vibrations. So make sure it's positive vibes. That way you can get positive results. And with that being said, we got to do other positive stuff because we do have things we need to do. We've been on here for an hour and a half, and it was just dropping number fire, and it was a lot of knowledge that was shared. And hey, y'all just saw Loopy learn some stuff. I didn't know what NAACP was. Now I know, and I still have to get it written down that way I can keep track of it because I am a person of color. And hey, none other than yours truly right here with me, Portia Shell. Y'all make sure y'all go follow her. And do you have any last words for these people that's on here? Because I really can't see exactly who's on here. So all my people, and if these are your people, what you got for them?
Come on in. Man, I thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We're gonna fine tune this thing. Just know that we real people doing this really from the heart. Um, Man, this is gonna be a journey. So I definitely want you guys to continue on. If you have any feedback, if you let me just tell you, if you're especially real estate professionals that may be on the line, if someone knows a real estate professional that may be struggling and trying to get people to closings, tell them to hit us up. We definitely would love to partner and work with them, help them close more deals. That's what we're about. Uh, Car dealers, you know what I mean? Like if you're selling cars, we want to help you sell more cars so we can. There's a way we can all work together for everybody to reach their goals. So, and if you're on the live and all this information is new to you, feel free to reach out and ask questions. Right? Ask
Right,
questions
right,
until you can gain the knowledge. Just to start off, I mean, this is something new for me. Um, and this is just amazing, but it's all because I overcame my fear of just not knowing, no longer wanting to be ignorant to anything. So anything is possible.
right.
Everything is an opportunity. And we're definitely here to help shape and mold that. So thank you guys, thank you for tuning and listening to me. Loopy, again, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate you to the fullest. And hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the notifications on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure y'all tap in because I will be on here every Monday, and every Wednesday. So with that being said, deuces, we up out of
Good
here,
night. See
and
you
we
guys.
yeah we got on our gold. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't match it with the shirt. I forgot. Boy, we got this
Next
gold.
time, next time.
Saying, holla at y'all.